Hello, hope I'm doing well. I'm back with Extreme Challenge Mode for the month of May. This is Takao, Incarnation of Taurus, and she's going to face her second biggest challenge ever. So, skills. This is a skill that makes her take less damage from pretty much all sources. 90%, so while this effect is active, you're not doing damage to her. So, what I ended up doing was I went all carrier fleet for this one, as I typically do, and I waited till they had all their planes loaded, all their strikes loaded, so all six, and then I just dump them. So the first two strikes take care of her bar, whatever's left. Sometimes just one dealing with it, and then it's just dumping damage. So, and if you have to do enough damage, it removes the effect, but she gets after 10 seconds. By that time, we've already unleashed all our airstrikes, so we're good to go. However, when the effect is removed, he performs a special slashing attack that makes him take extra damage and debuff stacks. Which, if you're playing on auto mode, is not fun. So what I ended up doing is playing on manual. The fleet I used also works on auto, but this video I did manual mode, a little bit faster. And we just avoid having this go off, so we end up having it go off 3 or 4 times, as opposed to auto mode where it's just going off pretty regularly because we're not timing it at all, and so we're like just hard focusing it down. Yeah, so here's the fleet. Typical backline for me. I have some different faces in the front line this time. I had to play around a little bit. Start with our flagship Shinano. She's going to be acting as more support this time around. She's not going to do as much damage as one of our other carriers, but she's useful nonetheless. This fighter will be your friend this time, so if you have a couple, they'll be very useful for you. They do good damage, and they have good modifiers against medium, which Takao is. Also gave her the Frontier Medal. Now, it says it has this effect where it buffs carriers and debuffs battleships. But the way it's worded beginning naval exercise gear makes you feel like it's only for PvP, but I'm pretty sure its effects also work here. But it's basically the same as a. Well, it's a little bit worse. The Steam Catapult, but it's fine. And 10 rank, very good. Armor break. Very strong against medium. Also heavy. Yes, and then she will also buff up Augur. And because we have 3 or more Sakura, we get all these buffs, which is Shinano, Augur, and Kazugumo. Here is the main damage dealer this time around, Augur. As you can see, I've put a lot of investment in her. So, yes, very strong, and she has this fighter. So she does the periodic barrage. It's supposed to the airstrike time barrage. Just help him knock down the bar a little bit ahead of time, so it's not just dumping it all at once. It's very strong. Implacable. I had her in here originally because I thought I was going to do the slowing. With Haku's build, I don't really need the slower, and Shino ends up going up before Implacable in this build. So, yeah. So, didn't really need her. Probably could have swapped her from like Yorktown 2 and run double fighters, but I just ran her with this. Another build for the team comp I think would be pretty interesting would be go like all illustrious class. So have maybe formidable, well, not formidable, indomitable, illustrious Muse. Well, formidable Muse can use double fighters too, and so can formidable. But we just run a ton of those AP fighters and just shoot the rockets at them. Could be interesting, but I don't have the time or enough planes right now. I'm trying to save my coins for the upcoming event. So if the hopper will get down for a second, Hindenburg, a lot of us have put in her too. Got plenty of these. Just AP's fine. Get you that good armor modifier against medium, and you're good to go. And then she has the double guns, just so she has extra damage, and she's tanky enough when we're playing on auto, or on manual mode, sorry. Auto mode, she tends to die at the very end, so we lose a little bit of damage, but otherwise we're okay. And it doesn't say what the effect of Hunted is, but I feel like it does debuff their evasion or something of the sort. So she's quite nice for this. Kazugumo, here for air raid assistance, which makes him do extra damage. And Tashkent Muse. Now it's an odd one, but she inflicts a debuff to enemies hit by her summon, 5% extra damage taken, and this buff just stays the whole time, so it's just a flat 5% debuff all the time, which is nice. And that's why I use her over someone like Sirius. And our submarines, they don't do a whole lot this time, so, but it's just double bitter and call it good. So yeah, what I ended up doing, and you'll see in the video, is just letting the carriers build up, and then once they had all 6 ready to go, just unloading, taking them out, and then on the actual video, it's closer to 6 minutes, but on this one, it's 5:31. So you should have plenty of time if you don't have a team built like this. I'd recommend carriers for this one, just because you can stock up those planes and then have 1 or 2 airstrikes dedicated to clearing the bar, and then you can unload. I'm sure you probably do with battleships, but I just like using the carriers because I don't have to aim. Yep. So they're gonna be up next. But thank you for watching. Hope you find it useful, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.